Welcome back to another video. I have quite a quick one for you today, and the reason for that is this is a product, the TINI or TINI 2. I have reviewed this before, but Nitecore have sent these in. I have the stainless steel and the titanium version. So instead of repeating everything again, what I thought I'd do is just try and show you in a bit more detail these two versions. I quite like the titanium myself, partly because you have a bit of texturing on the finish. It just gives you a bit more grip. USB Type-C connector, that was an upgrade over the original version. Never really sure what the correct name of the torch is because it's not spelled as I would expect. We still have the dual LEDs that went up from a single one on the first TINI or TINI. Stainless steel version is a glossy black finish, and we also have black buttons on that. It is a bit of a fingerprint magnet, to put it mildly. You definitely wouldn't want to drop this at a crime scene. I'm pretty sure a forensic technician would have no problems at all getting some really good fingerprints off of this. Probably doesn't really matter that much because it's easy enough to wipe clean. Just thought I would mention it. So if you're a bit OCD, that could be something which annoys you. You might be better off sticking with the titanium version. Really down to your own taste which one you'd prefer. I might have gone with the black buttons on the titanium one, although that is a pretty small point. Don't think it really matters that much. It's not that easy to see the markings on the black buttons, but then because there's only two, it doesn't really make that much difference. As I mentioned in my original review, I think the OLED display is quite useful. I'm not sure it's essential, but some of the information there is quite handy to have, including the power output, the mode that you're in, and it gives you some approximation on your run times. Did get some other torches in recently. I've got some Rovyvon ones in, so I thought I would put them into the beam shots as well. I've got the E5 and the E7. The different kind of torches, really a bit bigger, more of a pocket torch I would think, whereas the Nitecore, that's really aimed at someone that's putting this on a key ring, and like the original, very similar in size to that. There's not much difference, but they did upgrade quite a few areas, including the output, dual LEDs, that OLED display, and the build quality was improved, although I didn't really have any problems with the original version. The only thing with the original was that the silver paint sort of wore off after a while. Not a big problem, didn't affect its functionality. If you're putting these on a keyring or a keychain, you're going to get some marks on them anyway. But I would expect the stainless steel and the titanium, both very strong materials, to sort of hold up quite well in terms of durability. Thought we'd do some quick beam shots now just to give you some examples. We'll start off with the original version, which is not quite as powerful. Onto the turbo, that takes you to 380 lumens. Still plenty of output for such a small torch. The newer Nitecore has a slightly higher high level at 200 lumens, and the turbo output is also increased at around about 500 lumens. Don't think anybody's going to be unhappy with the output off of this. Here's the Fenix E16. I thought I'd throw that in there because it is a warmer white tint, a bit higher output, and that does have a bit more range. Onto the E7 now, that's 6,500 Kelvin, so it's a cool white emitter, around about 700 lumens, which is a bit higher than the E5 version, which I have. That is the warm white tint on that one. The beam output on those two is quite different to the other ones. It has a sort of big hot spot as opposed to the more floody light on the Nitecores. Really depends on what you're looking for. I think all of these torches will definitely do the job for what they're intended, which is for convenience really. Those are my thoughts with the titanium and stainless steel. Personally, I think I prefer the titanium version. I did check the price online and it's only about $5 extra over the normal version. So I think that could possibly be worth paying a little bit extra if you do like the look of either of these two. I do have quite a few items that have come in from Nitecore and other makers, so do stick around, and as usual, I'll catch up with you in my next video.